Ashe, peace, love, and light. Welcome to Higher Frequencies Portal. I am Q, and I am here to do a general reading for Cancers. This reading is going to be what I am referencing as a quickie. It's not going to be as lengthy as my former videos. I have received the download to start shortening the length of my videos and just getting the messages out there in a more timely fashion. I do call in the elements of water, fire, earth, air, and ether. Ashe. I ask our beautiful angels, archangels, ancestors, spirit guides, deities, animal totems, earth, divine, universe, source, most high, God, our creator, to shine a beautiful, powerful message of love and light for our beloved Cancers. Give us messages that we may be able to move forward, transform our lives. Use me as a clear channel so that I can intuitively and discerningly pick up on the energies, number, synchronicities, vibrations of the cards, because I am one with my cards. So it is, so mote it be. Ashe. So there was a card that flipped out, and we have illusions, delusions, and faulty foundations. So Cancers, it seems like you may be a part of some sort of situation that might be, it may not be what it appears to be. You might have some rose-colored glasses on at this time, and the divine is trying to awaken you to some situations that could be unfolding right under your nose. It's hidden right in front of you. It's hidden in plain sight. So we're going to tap more into that. I just want to complete the opening. So this will be a general reading for you, and it will resonate if you have placements, Cancer, in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, and Mars. Ashe. This is also timeless, so whenever you find yourself clicking on the video is exactly the divine time that was intended for you to do so. Ashe. So back to the message that we received, and I'm not finished shuffling, but this card flew out, and as I have explained in former videos, that when cards fly out, I feel like those are messages that are meant to be in the reading. Anything that flips over in my hand, I feel like the divine wants me to expound on those messages. So this card here is very similar to the energy of Tower. So there is going to be a sudden upheaval, something that is meant to be destroyed so that it can be rebuilt, because something is built, Cancers, on a very unstable, very faulty foundation, and you may need to reassess a situation, because you may be a little, I don't want to be harsh, but you may be a little delusional about a circumstance that you are entangled with. Ashe. So just make sure that you listen to your intuition. Never go against your intuition, and be discerning. Trust what you're feeling. Trust what you're feeling energetically as well. Ashe. So what's coming in for Cancers, divine spirit of love and light? What's coming in for our beloved Cancers, divine spirit of love and light? What's coming in for our beloved Cancers? Thank you, spirit. So we have forked tongues. That's why you got some liars around you. There's some deception. And forked tongues is literally people who are smiling and beguiling, people who are intentionally telling you mistruths, trying to deceive you, trying to gaslight you. These are people who are manipulative. And this is an energy that's sneaky, snaky. You know, that's that energy of someone that's very, very calculating, if you will. So be mindful of that. So let's see what's coming in for Cancers, divine spirit of love and light. What's coming in for our beloved Cancers? What's coming in for our beloved Cancers, divine spirit? Thank you, spirit. We have power over pain. So I feel that you will most certainly learn from this experience, because whatever pain you endure, you're going to turn it into power. This is not going to be something that ends you, offs you, destroys you, finishes you. I just heard from in my mind's eye, very loud. I don't know if any of you are old heads like myself, but there used to be a video game called Mortal Kombat. And one of the characters used to be like, or the narrator used to be like, finish him. And that's what I heard so loud. I'm sorry. I just had to add that on. But you're turning your pain into power. So maybe this because this is past, this is present. So I feel like in the past you did have a tower moment. Something did end, and it was a very difficult ending because it was something that you was not expecting. This was something that you definitely didn't see coming. But we all know that towers are meant to be destroyed because, as we said, they're built on faulty foundations, and there are deception and lies and a lot of secrets that are hidden within the tower. So the divine steps in, destroys the tower so that it could be rebuilt on a more solid foundation. So this has happened so that you can have a brand new start. This ending triggered you to have a new start so that something can be built on a more solid foundation, so that it could be built with a more heavier, a more positive, influence. Presently, there is some deception around you. There is some lies. There is some sneakiness, some snakiness, some calculated acts. But I feel like you're wise and strong enough to defeat whatever this is, to overcome, to see through that. I think that you're in your power, and when you're in your power, you're fully capable of being discerning about the people, places, and things. When you're in your power, you have to know how to strategize. You have to know how to, analyze, how to plan, how to read people, how to read the room, how to read energy. You have to also have a sense of self-love and self-respect, because there's this sense that you've learned from this experience. So when you know better, you do better, right? And I feel like that's what you're doing. So even though currently or presently there is, some deception around you, I feel like you're very wise enough to pick up on that. That power card is pretty much like that fire energy, that lion energy. And it's also like the sun. The sun powers us up. It gives us life. It gives us vitality. So I feel like you are fully aware and see clearly whatever this situation or this person is, these people may be. So Ashe. So you got two cards. Look at that. Stop, look, and listen. So pay attention. Be observant. Be discerning. Use your intuition to make decisions. Look at things from all different angles. Listen to your higher self. Do not just make rash decisions. There's something that you are needing to pay closer attention to, Cancers. And the divine is also telling you to speak whatever you desire into existence, because your words are powerful. So whenever I see this stop, look, and listen, it just reminds me of the energy of contemplation, reflection, meditating to get it straight, being very logical, analyzing, strategizing, planning, plotting your next move, because you want to make it your best move. The divine wants you to recognize and realize that your words are powerful at this time. You speak words of power. And it was just 7 on the clock. It was 9:16. And 16 reduces to 7. So it's definitely you're being guided, spiritually guided, to start utilizing the power of your words, speaking affirmations, mantras, and just sending up those prayers and petitions. They want you to stop in your step. Stop moving, stop being sporadic or being I'm hearing they don't want you to be a robot, like just doing everything in a very calculated manner. You have to, like, maybe there's a way to improve something, improve a situation, but it's going to require you to stop what you're doing. Maybe someone's trying to stop you from making some sort of move, from going in a particular direction. They want you to observe. I'm hearing observe the people, places, and things around you. And listen. And when they say observe, it's also, observe with your eyes so that you could see people's actions, but also observe with your first eye, because that is the true source. That's the truth, the source of truth. Thank you, Spirit. They want you to listen with your intuition. Listen with your intuition, because there's guidance around you. There's angels. There are angelic presence that is around you, giving you these nudges, nudging you along. That's why they want you to stop moving. Stop moving, because you could be working harder and not smarter. Thank you, Spirit. Stop what you're doing. Stop the routine. Stop that process, because there could be a easier or a more conducive process to what it is you're trying to acquire, obtain. So listen to your higher self. Connect. Get away from the distractions. Get away from, those that are chattering. You have light my fire. And light my fire is about finding your passion. It's also about I just yawned, excuse me. It's also about having something ignited within you. It's something that is being unearthed. Perhaps a gift, spiritual gift. Perhaps love could be coming in. Someone that will light your fire, bring a sense of passion that you never felt before. So let's tap in. We're going to pull some messages from Tarot now. Ashe. So divine spirit of love and light. So there definitely was an ending. Definitely went through an ending, and I feel like this was a karmic relationship. Someone was juggling someone. Someone had options. Someone was dealing with a player. Someone who wanted their cake and eat it too. Someone who was constantly in and out of your life, toying with your emotions, pulling you in. Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back, telling me I need you in my life. That's what I'm hearing. I feel like someone's wanting to return from your past, or you may go towards someone from your past. I feel like there's a lot of clarity that you've come into. You've cut a lot of things out of your life, cut people off and out of your life. You might be feeling a little blah about love because of what you've experienced, because of the tower moment, because of the endings. You dealt with someone who was very controlling, very domineering. Someone who is not used to compromising. You may feel like you want to, move forward and tackle what it is you have going on. Step into your power. You're working very, very hard on mastering a craft. Perhaps, you're focused on your stability right now, getting your money right. But in the back of your mind, you got someone from your past that you're thinking of. Maybe you're willing to work on a relationship. You want a new beginning with someone. Maybe someone wants a new beginning with you. I could see clearly that there was a lot of lies and deception, a lot of arguments, a lot of mean words being spewed, people saying ugly things to one another just to get a rise. But there are beautiful opportunities presenting themselves, opportunities to really blow up, opportunities for you to really, have that stability. There's a lot of confusion because someone was dealing with a lot of options. I feel that you could be really resting in a place of rest and rejuvenate. Really focusing on your healing. Not really dealing with too many people, in seclusion, in isolation. Not allowing the distractions to distract. Keeping to yourself. I feel like you could be studying something new, training, learning something, trying to refocus and rechannel that energy after being left out in the cold, after having this sudden ending. The divine is offering you something beautiful. And that's probably why the divine is telling you to stop, look, and listen, because you could miss an opportunity. You may have someone that you're still thinking about, something that was imbalanced. But I do see that you are in a place of independence, self-sufficiency, completely moved away from a situation that was not fulfilling you. And it ended suddenly. But that ending caused a beautiful spiritual transformation for you. It helped you to step into your power and to love yourself. And we do see that here, Cancer. So what is coming in for our beloved Cancers? What is coming in for our beloved Cancers? Got the bottom of the deck. You got the Queen of Swords. So you did transform. You see things very clearly now because that tower crumbling down without your knowing that it was about to do so would definitely make you see things clearly. This is what you transformed into. This is the unknown and this is the known. Now you're in a place of having truth, having that deeper understanding, deeper knowing than what you originally started out with. This Queen of Swords represents transformation first and foremost. And I just was expounding on transformation, going through a spiritual illumination, utilizing logic, becoming very wise, very, very, very in tuned and informed from your experiences, having beautiful angelic presence, nudging you and guiding you along, letting you see things from a more deeper perspective, heightened perspective, cutting anything off that tries to distract you, deceive you, betray you, because you've learned from the past. You've completely turned your back on whatever that experience was, and you're focusing on moving forward to develop healthier relationships, and you're no longer dealing with the gaslighting. You're no longer wearing rose-colored glasses, and you're no longer lying to yourself. You're ready to give whomever and whatever the business. Sword is up, which means your guard is up, which means the truth will be spoken. You're not going to shy away this time around, saying what you need to say, expressing your truth, expressing what you feel. No longer will you do that. You are in a place of moving forward because you know that the truth shall set you free. And I feel the truth has set you free. you're willing to give whomever, whatever, an opportunity to speak their truth. But as I said, if you detect deception, or if anyone tries to insult your intelligence, Wu-Tang, protect your neck. You're going to cut that ass off. And you're prepared for this forked tongue. See that? And that's why you got the pain over the power over pain. So what's coming in for Cancer? What's coming in for our beloved Cancer's divine spirit? Okay, that is one too many cards. Let me put these back up in here. I just saw juggling. So someone was definitely juggling. And that's probably why the forked tongues is here. Someone was sitting there lying through their teeth. You know, what's coming in for Cancer? Okay, 2 cards flew, but 1. So someone was definitely trying to, I feel like someone was holding back. Not willing to open up, not really willing to open their heart, not willing to wear their heart on their chest, not willing to just open up, period. This is someone who's really focused on their finances, someone who was really holding back from the connection. And it could have been because they had other entanglements, other situations that they were going through. So the first card that flew out, or that they were dealing with, rather. So you have, look at this, the 7 of Pentacles. So someone that kept you waiting around for them was definitely lying to you about some things, wasn't being transparent. I feel like perhaps you were lying to someone, even if that is the case, and someone waited around and waited to the point where the connection was really imbalanced. Someone really gave a lot to the connection because they thought that it would eventually, you know, grow into something more, while the other person gave very little. And so this caused someone to become very, very frustrated, just kind of waiting around for things to improve. But they were either lying to themselves, or someone was flat out lying to them. Look at that, the Death card. So I feel there was, in the past, a situation where someone was waiting around and they finally got tired and said, enough waiting. Perhaps someone was lying to themselves about a connection. Perhaps you were lying about a connection, Cancer. But someone was not being honest, forthcoming, transparent, and kept someone waiting. And this person stopped waiting, and it ultimately led to them just ending the connection altogether, to releasing the connection, cutting off communication, and moving on. The Death card represents spiritual transformation. Perhaps that experience in your past has been the conduit of change for you. It has been the trigger which has opened you up to changing your ways, to becoming someone different. The Death card is scorpionic energy. So perhaps you were dealing with a Scorpio. Perhaps you were waiting around for a Scorpio, Cancer, in your past. Or perhaps you kept a Scorpio waiting around and you weren't being honest. Maybe there wasn't a lot of transparency within this connection. The dynamic was what I was about to say. But there is an energy of someone who is waiting. Someone who's waiting around. A lot of, there wasn't enough equal give and take. Someone got tired of it, moved on, and this triggered someone to wake up. This triggered someone to start focusing more on loving thyself, healing themselves. They focused on self-love. This helped them to, come into their power. Someone's moving on. So what's coming in for Cancer? Like I said, this is vice versa. Look at this. Pain over power. Well, That's exactly what this is right here. You turned your pain into power, your present energy. I feel like you learned a lot, as I said in the beginning. Whatever heartbreak you've experienced from that sudden ending, from the lies and the deception, the manipulation, from things being built on a faulty foundation, this has brought you into a sense of truth. This was a karmic relationship. This was a necessary ending, because there was a lot that was unknown in pertinence to this connection. I feel like there was some sort of transformation that you've gone through, spiritual transformation, an ascension, a growth, like you've leveled up. You know, you've gone through a growing pain, Cancer, and this has caused and triggered you to, change. You've changed as a person. Your belief systems about love has changed. I feel like you were up in the clouds in the past when it comes to love. Like you weren't really I don't feel that there was much understood about love. And I feel like you've cried up many tears because of whatever connection, relationship that ended. Something ended and that triggered you to wake up. The divine is telling you to stop, look, and listen. Scorpio also pulled the Hierophant card. And the stop, look, and listen, they want you to pay attention to your connection. Whatever you're entangled with, if you're in a relationship, if you were in some sort of higher level of commitment, perhaps that's what you did. You stopped. You looked at the makings of the connection. You listened to your heart. You listened to your intuition. And you may have discovered that you were unhappy. You may have discovered that there were some lies that you could have been telling yourself and that others could have been telling you as well. But I feel like your belief system about this connection, this relationship, or even what you wanted, it may have differed from that of your partner. Maybe you two were no longer compatible. But there is a reassessment that is required. And perhaps that's what you did. You stopped the connection, you looked at it, listened to your intuition, and you ultimately may have decided that that was not what you wanted. What's coming in for Cancer? So you got the Knight of Wands. You're wanting to take action. But it looks like speak it into existence. Perhaps you're trying to go after something from your past. Maybe you was running away from a commitment in your past, Cancer. Maybe you really deep down want a commitment. And the divine is telling you to speak it into existence. Don't deny it. Don't lie to yourself. That could be what the forked tongues is about as well. Maybe you were lying to yourself. It necessarily doesn't have to be someone that was lying to you. Maybe you were lying to yourself, keeping someone waiting that ultimately left. And that broke your heart. It caused you a deeper heartbreak, and you realized that you really wanted a deeper level of commitment. You realized that this was someone that you could see marriage with. And you could be going back to reclaim that connection. You could be going back to say, you know what, I was wrong. Maybe you're going back to go and get that person that was waiting for you, that you kept waiting. And maybe them walking away and leaving you behind and cutting you off is what triggered you, because your heart was broken. And this is always a catalyst for change. Heartbreaks you know, cause, they're literally the conduits, not even the conduits, but the triggers for us to change, our perspective. And as we could see here clearly, it caused you to change from that place of pain into power. It helped you to discover your power, to brave your light. So this is what I'm seeing. The bottom of the deck is we have the Six of Wands. So there is a sense that you do go back and claim what you want, and there's this victory. There's a victory. This is success. This could be a marriage card as well. But that's a card of stability and balance. And that could be why Light My Fire was here. Remember, you had Light My Fire on the bottom of the deck. So you're going back to claim someone that you have a lot of passion about. Because that's what that fire energy is. Passion, desire. It's action-based. They go after what they want. And I feel like that's what you're going to do. You realize that someone lights your fire. There's something burning within you. There's this explosion of love that I feel like you're feeling. And you're going to stand in your power and claim it. You're not going to allow, I'm hearing this person to get away. I feel like you see the truth. Something ended suddenly. Someone walked away. Maybe you weren't being transparent, but now you see the light. You see the truth. And you're going to stand in it, stand on it. Maybe you're dealing with someone, because the Tower card is very indicative of Scorpio as well as Aries energy. And so maybe the person that you were dealing with, that you had this ending with, there's going to be an opportunity to have some form of honest conversation, honest dialogue, transparent. Ashe. So that is your reading, Cancers. We're going to end it there. I hope that this was helpful. Until next time, Ashe.